Bobby.
Oh, Bobby.
Don't
record that.
Did you know... We can cut this part out.
Oh, shit. Is it going?
Yeah. I always like to start it without you guys knowing. But
yeah.
It surprises me.
Obviously, the beginning is very easy to edit.
Yeah. I need to show you how to do that, the transition, so you can fade in.
Ooh.
It's a good fade in.
Nah, I like cold opens.
It's cold, but like it's just like quietly, like subtly gets louder.
I guess so.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. I know what's up.
Should we?
I know what's up.
I know what's up.
I do know what is up with the kids.
What do you think? Where do you think that question came from, by the way?
What's up?
Yeah.
What is up? It's a song. Oh no, it's What Is Hip. That's the song.
Oh, you mean the...
You should start saying that. What's hip?
That is a song.
4 Non-Blondes?
No, it's Tower of Power. It's like a funk group.
Oh,
What is hip?
I think when it's like, what is up? Like, what's... I don't know what's up or what's down.
Yeah.
So what's up?
Like idiots.
Like meaning like...
Mental facial
What is correct?
Okay.
Maybe. I don't know. I'm not an etymologist. But I think
wish I was.
that's a good guess.
What do bugs have to do with this?
Excuse me? Bugs? What's bugs got to do with us?
Is it entomology?
Yeah.
Like entomins?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I don't get that shit.
Like
I said, not an etymologist. So I don't understand your word rearranging.
I see.
So I don't appreciate your joke.
Well,
I hate jokes in general.
It's the Hair Club for movies. Hair Club for movies. We watch the movies 'cause I guess we like the movies. That's the remix.
Welcome to the Hair Club for Movies. My name is Michael.
My name is Drew B.
Quit laughing. Stop it. Jesus Christ.
Wow.
Okay.
Giggle box.
My name is Andrew.
Wonderful. This is the Hair Club for Movies. It's a movie club podcast.
Wait!
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
Oh, shit.
We can cut all that out.
Ambient noise.
We can cut out the first couple minutes.
We can cut out the intro.
Keep it.
So, this is a movie club podcast where every week one of us chooses a film and then we talk about it and other things.
Yeah.
Yeah,
This
mostly
week,
other things.
Yeah.
It is mostly other things, but at least the second half is mostly other things. The first half is about the movie, if we can help it.
I would say the last one especially was not about the movie as much as it was about
We
nothing.
shouldn't talk about our last
podcast.
We did.
Yeah, that's too meta.
Just in
I don't
case
wanna-
someone didn't listen to it or something?
No, there
Because
should be reasons for them to listen to them because, you know.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. Okay. But yeah, this week was the host, which, Michael, it was Michael's pick, right?
Yes, it was. The 2006
Comedy.
Comedy.
Korean monster film that should not be confused with
the other one.
There's another movie called The Host. I saw it on here.
Yeah, I was
came
looking
out
up
in
2013.
2013.
And a lot of people apparently didn't like it. I was looking up host reviews.
Was it about, let me guess what it was about. Was that one about, like, someone goes to a place, like a boarding house, and their host ends up being a creepy killer guy or lady?
It could
The
be.
Host 2013. When an unseen enemy threatens mankind by taking over their bodies and erasing their memories, Melanie will risk everything to protect the people she cares most about, proving that love can conquer, all in a dangerous, sexy world.
Oh,
Whoa,
no.
what?
No. Oh.
You had to have made up the last part.
I did make up that.
Okay, I was about to say there's no fucking way that's on IMDb.
That sounds amazing. If that's the case.
That really got me.
The 2013 Cinemax
I
software.
love that. Honestly, I love that they say Melanie. Like we're supposed to care already.
Well, you know now you know when you start to watch it, like, oh, she's the main
Melanie's-
character.
Yeah, Melanie's
Fucking
the one who's
Melanie.
gonna bring the heat. Yeah, holy
She's
shit.
gonna bring the heat to the host.
No, I think actually the
That sounds
host,
like Body Snatchers, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
or like
yeah.
a lot of things.
Yeah.
And the one we watched came out 2000 what?
6,
but I do think it was released
earlier in Korea.
Yeah, it was released in 2008 in the
South
U.S.
Korea.
Like in a limited release.
Yeah, I honestly I've only seen 2 South Korean movies and they're both fucking awesome.
What was the other one?
Old Boy.
Oh yes,
amazing.
The remake
we'll probably
one, right?
end up watching.
The remake one, right?
No, not the American one.
I haven't seen either.
Oh really?
Whoa, you haven't seen the original?
I've never seen the remake.
We have to fucking pick that movie eventually so that Michael can watch it because it's got the best twist I've ever seen in a movie.
What the twist?
What the twist? What?
Directed by M. Night Shyamalan.
I'm not actually allowing myself to watch movies that aren't a part of this podcast.
I haven't watched a movie.
Are you kidding?
I'm just kidding.
I was about to say,
I watch like a movie a day.
Yeah, me too.
I just been watching a lot of House.
Really?
We restarted watching House.
The TV show?
Yeah, fuck yeah.
The first couple seasons are awesome, but it turns into like a soap opera after a while.
It's always a soap opera, but I fucking love
it's a well shot
Greg House. Yeah.
No, I love. No, don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to bash the show. I used to watch it all the time.
Yeah.
When it was on FX. At least I think it was on FX, right?
Fox.
FX.
No,
sure.
I think it was a network show.
I'm saying
into syndication. Yeah.
Oh. After all those new episodes came out, I think it was also featured on. Anyway.
Makes sense. Anyways.
Yeah.
This week's movie was The Fucking Host.
I liked it.
I liked it a lot. I mean, I watched it before, but I rewatched it now, and I actually made it through the end this time instead of because previous times I never fully watch the end because I always like, oh, I know what's gonna happen, but apparently
you don't. Yeah.
Yeah.
I really like the ending. Is very satisfying in my opinion.
It's satisfying. I thought it was kind of. I mean, even though I like this movie, it seemed unnecessary that Kiku or Kaiku.
Oh my god.
Forget her name.
Hanseo.
Hanseo.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna be.
I got that completely wrong.
I'm gonna be Kiku.
Someone's named that, right? someone has that name.
The Archer.
Am I thinking of?
Well, can I? Let's clarify here.
Mm-hmm.
I know these are foreign names. So it's not our fault that it's harder for us to.
Yeah.
Yes,
like
it is.
differentiate.
We're ignorant of fucking Americans.
Do you think South Koreans like call
idiots.
every American like just John or Paul or something like that?
No, they probably know exactly how to pronounce.
But there can be
No,
intricacies
they
that
don't.
we
No, they
won't
don't.
pick up because of like language barriers.
Yeah.
Like okay, for instance, this is a Park family.
Mm-hmm.
Main character is Park Gang-do.
Mm-hmm.
Gang-do.
Yeah,
I would say that completely.
Park Hyun-seo is.
Come on,
probably saying
Han
Solo. His daughter.
Do we really need to run through the fucking names?
Then there's Nam-do and Nam-il are the brother and
I'm
sister.
gonna refer to them as the people and not their fucking names.
And then there's Hee-bong is the dad, who is actually nominated for a lot of awards for supporting actor.
For this movie, really?
Yeah.
Awesome. I really liked. Damn it.
Just say.
Gang-do.
Just describe the person.
main character in this movie.
Yeah.
The guy who's looking for his daughter the whole time. He did a fucking awesome job.
I like that. He gets redeemed, kind of.
I don't know if he does.
It's kind of the whole point of the movie, I guess.
Because everyone, especially in the beginning, when they think that the daughter's dead, the first time, they're like,
"Oh my god,
asshole!" Like they all start kicking his ass.
Are they Are there parts in this movie that are supposed to be fucking hilarious?
I think that morning scene after watching this a few times. I didn't mean to cut you off.
No.
Yeah.
I think that it's like a cultural thing that every culture mourns differently, and I have a feeling, like maybe in South Korea, the way they mourn is like seems exaggerated to us.
I was like, I was laughing my ass off when I saw that.
Really?
I watched this alone too.
It was actually. I mean, yes, they were doing it differently,
though.
But there was a few parts that are kind of silly as fuck, and I don't know if it's on purpose.
Well, it is.
There's a lot of weird
entertaining movies.
There's a lot of weird juxtaposition with the fucking score. It's like all kind of classical,
and then there's a few whimsical.
Yeah, and they seem like the score seems like it's not the right score. Like it's a different movie.
Mm-hmm.
But it works with it because it's like.
Well, I don't know how much they originally had for the budget, but maybe they.
No, I mean I'm sure it was intentional, but like in a lot of I don't know, like I was thinking like in a lot of like Miyazaki movies, like they're the same kind of music, like that real whimsical, classical kind of
whimsical.
orchestral shit.
Yeah, orchestral, yeah.
But
whimsical.
I had a whimsical, like a music that you would hear in like a Disney movie.
Yeah, I get that.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Like in Fantasia type shit.
Even though like
because
Miyazaki films are darker, there's still like that
fantastical.
Theme that it's like a
there's a very
There's like an underlying, as opposed to like if this was an American movie, there would be like don 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 don.
It's a very like hopeful through line.
Yeah, but while this fucking monster is like like killing all these people and shit, it's just like really light like melodies.
Well, you know what? Maybe we just don't remember what it was like to have what we're seeing on screen be what we're like emotionally driven by instead of the score, because nowadays the score adds so much.
Well, I think that it adds emotion just in a different way. That's what I'm saying. It's like it's juxtaposition. Like it's not the thing that you would expect, but it worked so well because of all the different emotions that are going on, like with the characters and shit. Yeah. That was the coolest part to me.
The coolest part to me was the design of that monster and like how they actually did a couple of the practical instead of CGI things with the monster.
Really?
The giant vagina maw.
Yeah.
Vagina maw?
Yeah. Like I was watching
the George O'Keefe maw.
The like when they do close-ups of its mouth, it looks like a giant monster.
Yeah.
Well, it's just the folds.
But what was they're labia.
Yeah.
What was practical?
There was a couple ones. When the monster takes the little girl and they're in the water, I'm almost guaranteed that's practical.
When it's holding her?
Yeah, like she's being dragged, and there's like the thing is like it looks like it's swimming, but
I think it was probably. I read some of the trivia on IMDb, and they were saying that they used for like the splashes and stuff. They use like barrels. Yeah. Like they threw barrels into the water.
Like when the thing is like doing the dive into the water, I'm sure to get the splash effect, but. There's a moment when it's just swimming.
When he wraps his tail around her or whatever.
Yeah, like she is wrapped up in the tail and it is swimming across the river and he's like the main character is swimming after it. You just see like the top part of it like really.
Maybe.
I don't know. And there's a couple more when he's like digging her out of it also.
Yeah, that's the one that stands out in my mind.
Oh, when he's pulling her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It just looked really well made, especially for those close-up shots.
It was designed or.
Yeah, I just read it.
Weta.
Yeah. Weta Workshop made that?
Yeah, they designed it.
Oh, they designed it.
So okay. I don't know if they did the actual.
If I know Weta, they had to have also.
If I know Weta, and I do.
No, I do. I love that studio.
I think all the effects were outsourced to like it was like an American studio.
There's another group.
It was all I think all the
CGI
was an American studio.
Did you guys notice that the monster itself looked like it was like an amalgamation of a lot of different river creatures?
I was
trying to figure out like
what that at the end.
Like his fins.
It spit out a fish.
No, a fish just fell off of it.
Oh, I couldn't figure out what that was.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
And its feet, like the toes of its feet, were actually smaller feet.
Yeah.
Really weird.
Yeah. And it just had two front legs, so it was like.
Yeah.
It had like two front legs,
and then the tail was like
really weird ones, and like
its
gut basically it had like.
So that's what it's like a bunch of things fused together and then grew.
It was okay. Cool. It was really cool.
And the eyes look diseased.
Yeah.
Well, one of them's like milky, and the other one's like.
Yeah. I was wondering like they were if they were ever gonna reference, you just realize that all the chemicals getting poured into the shit were what caused it.
Mm-hmm.
They don't like spell it out.
I like it when movies don't have to tell you, because whatever they're going to tell you isn't going to be true anyway, so like just use your imagination.
Yeah. And also it kind of doesn't matter.
Yeah,
it's just like this is happening.
Yeah. The fact that that's there is what you should really be focusing on.
I also read that it was based on real events in like 2000 in the early 2000s. Some scientist, some whatever doctor, whoever the fuck, spilled like a ridiculous amount of chemicals into the Han River, and this is basically it's like.
Is it about like a tragedy where people were poisoned?
It like fucked up the wildlife there, and like probably poisoned. I didn't read. I just read the trivia.
Most of them, but then
they're probably fucking mutant fish now.
Yeah,
dude, fish are mutants. They're the strangest alien things that exist on our planet.
Are really they or are humans.
No, fish. Fish for sure.
Okay.
Fish are more science fiction.
Speaking of water, big news today.
What?
Oh, yeah.
Fucking Mars. Fucking salty motherfucking water.
Was that
on
verified by
Mars.
anyone?
Fucking NASA.
NASA published that?
Yes.
That's awesome.
They were...
But how
did they-
long
did
have
they
they
find
known that, and what else do they know?
Shut up.
Shut up? Okay.
I don't think it's in NASA's best interest to get people fucking jizzing like we are now.
If people today were told instead of, hey, we found salt water, hey, guess what? There's some fucking people that are just like us, or weird and green, or whatever the fuck, living on Mars. People would fucking... we would not be podcasting right now. We would be in the streets setting shit on fire and killing Christians.
Honestly, I think we would have just as much of a skeptical reaction at first, and then it would take seeing one to be like, "What the fuck? This is crazy."
I think it would be good for the Earth as like
cool.
a whole in the long run.
You know how many people would like commit suicide because of that?
What?
Well, people that had devoted their lives to like religion that
that's true.
Good. Allow for belief.
Natural selection in full effect.
That's not natural selection. That's
Yes, idiots.
Sort of is.
Self-selection.
It's exactly what it. Well, but nature dictated what. Yeah.
I don't know. People throw that word around. I had an argument.
Oh, I know. We don't need to get into that.
No.
It's just when words get used.
Here we go.
For not their definition, they get skewed and turned into something, and then everyone uses them the incorrect way.
Like
literally. Yeah.
Wow.
Yes.
And even that we've talked about that. How even the word the alleged correct term isn't even the right term because literally just means to be written.
To be written, yeah.
Which
the
is
literal meaning of a word is not spoken. Oh, what I'm saying literally means I'm mad. It's like that is the most incorrect way to use the word literally.
I literally can't even right now.
Can't even.
Andrew.
Yeah. You know what? Actually, with this movie, the part that I didn't understand is why was the monster storing those people?
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, it's eating them again.
I think it was... So what the monster does is kind of like a snake. Like it takes a while for it to digest.
Uh-huh.
So it's saving these corpses and bodies down in the hole, and then it picks one up. And like at the end, he was eating the two kids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he just hadn't been able to digest them yet.
Yeah.
Okay.
And why didn't... Yeah. There's a lot of questions.
Well, I mean, it's a mutant.
I thought
it's a freak of nature that probably... It doesn't really know what it's doing either.
Because honestly, did we ever find out, or did you ever find this out, if like the title translates equally in South Korea?
Oh.
That was the other thing. Why is it the host?
I thought when I was watching it the first time, before I saw the scene where it throws up all his bones, I thought it was like a host. It was like trying to like collect these people for a reason.
Mm-hmm.
But then I realized, oh wait, no, this isn't killing monster.
Well, I was thinking, I was like, oh, well, it didn't kill the girl, and then like at the end, like it just
it was like,
holds her and like delicately puts her down.
Yeah, it has some sort of like affection, and then,
like it's treating them like those two kids like pets.
It's their guest.
Yeah, exactly.
I thought that's what
he was their host.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then it kills him. So
I think it's just probably a close approximation of something else, like an American. You know what I'm saying? Like the translation just it's lost.
Yeah, I'm trying to find what the word literally means. I mean the Korean title is Guillermo.
Guillermo.
Yeah,
that's a sweet name. They should have just kept that actually.
Well, I think. All right, so the host. I might be reaching here. So they say the host has a disease, which it may or may not actually carry.
Yeah.
But what the host brings out is the cause of like the American military action in South Korea. They release a deadly poison named Agent Yellow.
Yeah.
Which I mean, obviously Agent Orange.
Yeah.
Is referenced heavily there, and like the mutations and pain that has caused.
Yeah.
By the way, the little machine, like it looks so cool. Yeah. It's like such a fucking manga anime machine, like fucking that was so rad.
I will say that
oblong
machine,
design.
the shape of it resembles what the monster looks like when it's hanging.
I thought,
Ah.
yes, or like something like in a cocoon or something.
Like they're comparing that this
Yeah.
is also a monster. This is like a monster of our own creation.
Yeah, that is a very good visual.
Why didn't anybody die that was a main character that got exposed to the Asian?
I thought they were. I thought honestly when I watched the ending, I was like, oh shit, this is gonna be such.
That's why I was like,
tragic ending because you see the guys bleeding from their ears,
but none of the main characters.
No.
Yeah. Yeah, you see a guy throwing up. One of the police officers like starts throwing up blood.
Well,
I was like,
there's
they're all
one
fucked.
on the ground, like the girl protester.
Mm-hmm.
She's unconscious. She might be dead, but it could be that it doesn't kill people. Just as like really dangerous.
Yeah.
You know. But anyways, I was gonna. This is one thing after watching this movie a few times that they never spell out. So the main character, Gang-do Park, he got the blood on him, and there's like this lie about the disease.
Yeah.
And the only weird thing that happens to him is that he can't be put to sleep by use of anesthetic.
Yeah.
You remember that? They even drill into his head.
Yeah.
They fucking lobotomize him.
Yeah.
And then he's like a fucking superhero after that.
Well, I think
he's not a superhero.
Well, he just like stops giving a fuck.
Yeah, yeah.
But then they mentioned very
desperate.
briefly the American soldier that died, that lost his arm, who they only actually show in the film in the opening fight scene, that he didn't die because of a disease. He died in shock, or because of shock while they were operating on him, because they couldn't put him to sleep either. So there may not be a disease, but contact with the monster, maybe it is a disease, but it like makes you, for some reason, you can't be anesthetized, and
you can't fall asleep.
And I mean, maybe he's super strong now or something.
But I thought that like he couldn't, because his dad is explaining that he wasn't around, he didn't get a lot of protein when he was a kid, so now he has to take these naps or whatever.
Yeah.
Because he just falls asleep because he's got probably like a low whatever. And
they really do push that then, like it's.
But my idea was like something was wrong with his brain, and then when they lobotomized him or whatever, they like fixed it.
Yeah.
And now, because he instantly, he was a pussy before and crying and shit, and like.
He wasn't that big a pussy. In the first fight scene,
well,
he really does try to kill the monster.
Yeah, he fucking.
Well, but I mean, when he gets captured, the other times, except for the last time when he like takes a syringe and is like full on fucking Bruce Willis type shit.
Yeah. Which
it's like a huge difference.
I love
I think maybe it's he's just like fed up with it and like over it. But I mean, I think there's the point is that he got a lobotomy, like straight up, and they were expecting him to be dead.
Yeah, like a brain dead. Yeah.
Yeah, but he like does the opposite and like
snaps out of it, and
goes full bore.
Surprised.
Yeah. So I think that was the way I interpreted it.
Yeah.
Maybe it's open.
Yeah, because he definitely shouldn't have been able to do that after
Fuck
they
no.
fucking drilled right into his head. So that might have to do with whatever.
I thought at that point when they started strapping him down, I was like, oh, this is gonna be like Requiem for a Dream or like Clockwork Orange, like
where
it's just bad. It's just gonna be bad.
Yeah, well, worse and worse.
The end I thought was gonna be that way, but I mean the girl did die. How did the kid survive and the girl die?
Because I think he's smaller. Because the only people that ever survived in the monster's gut were children.
Mm-hmm.
Because they probably were not, like, maybe a full-grown adult, their neck was broken or they were just strangled.
Mangled or something.
Yeah, but like a child was small enough to survive in its stomach.
Or something.
And also...
Well, actually, I do want to say something about the main character's, like, abilities. Before we get off topic.
Yeah.
Earlier, while the father is scolding the other two kids about, like, be nice to your brother.
Yeah.
He goes on a
tangent. They're falling asleep.
He goes on a tangent about how, like, some days he's like, you don't know, he might have an A+ day or he might have like a C- day.
Because you can smell his fart, and that's another part that was ridiculously.
Right.
I think that the brother, although he's a screw up, it's like something in his mind is broken. But there are some days that he is like he's having an amazing day. He's on it.
Yeah.
And then some days he's just like a lazy, no good. Screw up.
When I see foreign films that are good, I wish I just spoke that language so that I could really, instead of, because there's things that really are lost in translation when you're watching a subtitled movie, or even if it's dubbed, just culturally things don't translate and meanings don't translate. Like if there's like a typical archetype in that culture, that maybe is just going right over our heads.
Mm-hmm.
That means that we have questions, but whereas like a South Korean would watch a film and like get it, like what this means or like what that means.
Yeah.
So I wish there's a lot of movies that way that I wish.
I don't feel like it. I mean, I've watched some, especially like Japanese and Korean movies that are like, what the fuck?
No, there's plenty
this
of those,
one, it would seem pretty, universal.
Yeah.
And that's why I think it did so well across the board.
Well, I'm just talking about the
leftover
like small
questions.
Themes,
sure. Yeah, they might be very obvious to them, and we're just,
We've all seen a lot of Miyazaki films.
Oh yeah.
There's
almost all
one that stands out of like a thing you don't get in the U.S. translation is they use the word grandmother in those films to mean just an old woman. Like there will be like the main character in Spirited Away calls that one old woman Granny.
Yeah.
Really?
And it's because, and this is me like just from memory reading some trivia years ago.
Yeah.
In Japanese culture, the word and like the meaning for grandmother means like an old woman that you care for or cares back for you. So I think they have much more reverence in their culture for all
elderly
older people.
Yeah.
And
I think that's more than apparent actually that they do.
Yeah.
It's well, at least in Miyazaki films, there is the wiseness of an old person is like included in every single film.
Yeah.
Maybe not Porco Rosso.
Well, that's almost not even about Japanese culture.
What do you mean?
I haven't even seen that.
Like, I guess that's been a while since I've seen it. Isn't it like about like World War II?
I mean,
he's like a fighter pilot, right?
Like the
Isn't he like supposed to be an American?
One way or another, Miyazaki really likes that style of like mechanics, I guess, like old World War I, World War II style stuff. He includes them in like most of his films.
Yeah.
Like biplanes, these like really.
But I think that is supposed
Victorian
to be like
era.
An allegory or like a whatever, like a reference to one of the wars.
Yeah.
But anyway, whatever.
Well, that's actually every one of those.
There's a lot of war.
Yeah, if you think about it, I guess it makes sense that like a culture would be fixated on their perception of like war because they got bombed twice.
Yeah.
And
somehow by us.
Yeah.
And they still like idolize our culture and like rock and roll and shit. That's so strange.
Because that's the good shit. It's not like they're idolizing the bomb.
I feel
they're
like
idolizing.
But
Japan wasn't able to have a military ever since World War II because of the treaty they made with us. And
wait, you're saying they still don't have a military?
No, they only have a police force.
That's not true. They have a military.
No, I don't think so.
I don't know.
Oh, they definitely at least have a navy. I know that for sure.
I mean, we'll settle this later, but
I'm pretty sure. Okay, anyway.
I feel like
they have Voltron though.
It's true.
I don't want to get too dark, but they probably they were allied with the Nazis, and after that, it's like it's a part of their history they just want to forget. And so,
I know.
I mean, I'm not going to go into whether or not we should have dropped those bombs. But
let's hear it.
I can't say whether or not we should have. Yeah. Really,
honestly, even though
think of all the Pokemon that were killed.
No, think of all the Pokemon that were fucking created.
That's true.
There's an artist. I forget his name, dude.
But
he goes
racist.
into.
I don't care.
What are you talking about?
I made whatever. I don't care. Broad generalizations.
No, there seriously is a famous artist, an international artist who's from Japan, and he highlights sort of like the after effects culturally of what those bombs did to Japan, and like where like all the bright colors, super squishy animals came from, and like the perception of like trying to avoid or get over somehow like the effects that those bombs had on the culture, and what war did in general, or just those thoughts of like imperialization. Like that, all of those things are trying to be like squandered, but in different ways in their culture.
Yeah, like even in their porn, like they censor dicks out.
Yeah,
and like dead bodies on TV.
It's very strange how they try and get away from it. But I'm not saying all of them do. It's just culture, like their mass media sort of does that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
the same way ours does, but not since we didn't have anything super traumatic. Besides, like I guess 9/11 happened.
We just do all the traumatic shit.
I guess so. Well, not all of it. I mean. We do what we have to.
Fucking America, man.
We do
it to ourselves.
I think, honestly,
if nothing else,
cheeseburgers, guns, titties.
I think there was a
Jägermeister.
pretty clear statement in the host against American military action.
Oh yeah, especially at the ending scene where that is whatever they're trying to leave you with. They're trying to leave you with that being in the TV.
All you hear is just like misinformation or whatever. That's like the one word you can get out of it.
Yeah.
And it's just like, oh, well, this is exactly what would happen.
Yeah.
America would be like, nah, that wasn't real.
Mm-hmm.
And people like, oh, you're right, it's not real. Move on.
Yeah. MoveOn.org.
Yeah. One other thing that I thought, so the sister, the archer, she like cracked under the pressure and got the bronze.
Yeah.
And I think that's a big metaphor for the entire story. Like, the family, like, they all band together at the end. The dad dies. They all get separated. They all band together at the end. And they get the daughter, but she's fucking dead.
But they save a boy.
Didn't know existed. So they like it's like consolation prize. Like they didn't come in. You know what I'm saying though?
Yeah.
Like they didn't. They did it, but just not quite enough time.
Oh man.
So I think that was supposed to be like maybe, I don't know. It seemed like it to me.
Storytelling wise, I don't know how.
Because she brought you the bronze medal or whatever when they think she's dead.
Yeah.
And like it's like, oh.
It's weird.
Not that it would have changed anything if she gotten the gold, but I think that's supposed to be like.
Yeah.
This family just never quite on time.
To me, like storytelling wise, is it supposed to just be more impactful when you realize, oh, they thought she was dead before and now she's definitely dead, like twice? Is that supposed to mean anything, or is that just like?
I think that everyone else thought she was dead, but
yeah,
her dad was like, he kept getting these calls and shit, and everyone was fucking not listening to him.
Yeah, it's true. I don't know.
I don't know. I think
it's not even heartbreaking. It's just like it's just frustrating. It's just like
why the fuck?
Close. Yeah, why the fuck?
She died probably just a few minutes before he pulled her out.
Yeah, exactly.
Monster.
Just so annoying.
Yeah.
Just from a storytelling perspective, I just wanted fulfillment, and it wasn't.
What is a little fulfillment? Like he gets a little bit of a fresh start.
That final scene in the grocery store in winter. Yeah. It looks like the coziest winter place.
I know.
Yeah. Like where they're just sleeping on the floor
and, it's like,
and they just like wake up and eat right there.
There's just food all around.
When they're in the sewer, he was like talking about all the foods and stuff, and he was like, I'd love to live there or whatever.
Yeah.
And then he does.
Yeah.
So like he gets a good little wrap up.
So, do you guys have any final thoughts?
Can we start handing out like stars or like something fish heads?
What do you mean?
Like, how many stars do we rate this movie? I think that's pointless.
No.
Oh.
Too many other podcasts do that.
What about 6? We got 6 thumbs between us.
1,000,000 stars.
No.
Okay,
we all have 2.
No. That's a bad idea.
No, seriously.
Before we move to the quiz.
After Tim or Heidecker.
Yeah, the bags of popcorn.
We can't do that.
Did you guys notice the homeless man at the end that the brother, Nam Il, meets? And he's just like he's like, oh, I'm gonna hit you with this bottle, but then you want to go kill a monster? Yeah, I'll go with you.
Yeah.
No, he was.
I think he's just fucking.
I think
he's just drunk. I was thinking.
I love that, but the fact that he dumped the gasoline on the monster and the monster loves it and drinks it is like part of the reason they're able to kill it.
Yeah.
That just this one random dude.
No, I love it.
I wanted to go back and look at the beginning, and I was thinking, well, why is this homeless guy here?
Mm-hmm.
I thought he maybe he just random, but I was thinking maybe that was the guy.
No, he did take a cab with that kid, and he was like, you know what, I want to have some fun, because he just did not give a shit.
He was clearly very drunk too, because he was just drinking fucking rice wine.
Yeah.
But no, I was thinking that one was that the guy from the beginning?
I don't think
it wasn't, but it should have been.
Oh, that would have been awesome. Actually.
That would have been a good redemption.
I will say the brother was kind of a badass too, and I didn't get it. It's because he was a protester. They didn't democratize, or like this is like the 6th constitution in South Korea, and that wasn't drafted until 1987. There were like these massive protests, very violent with
Damn it! I wish I knew more about other cultures.
I looked into.
I don't know shit.
I started looking into South Korean history, and I was like, holy shit. This goes back 4,000 years. Like I can't. I'm not going to try and do a report
down that hole
for this podcast because
it's so cool.
I'll never be able to do it justice. You know.
I don't know. I might have mentioned this before, but I find history to be the most fascinating thing.
Well, you said 4,000 years.
Yeah,
First of all, listen.
What?
Do you know anything about the Lord?
Okay. I know that he didn't do anything in China. So.
I think it's time for a quiz.
The quiz.
Oh Jesus!
So you do know something about the Lord. All right. Okay. So it's my time to redeem myself.
It's Mike Tyson.
It's
Mike Tyson's time
Tyson.
to Tyson.
Time to knock you out.
Neil deGrasse
some
Tyson.
questions. Yeah. Anyway, okay, so I'm just gonna start so broad because last time, what? Oh, I was blocking myself. Okay. I am gonna stop.
Story of your life.
I was blocking myself. That is so true. It's so true. All right. Anyway, since last time you guys guessed it on my fucking first clue, I'm going to save
The obvious ones for last.
Yeah, the obvious ones for last. And okay, so this film was made in the 1970s. Okay.
Taxi Driver.
No. But
Star Wars.
I will say that this movie, Star Wars New Hope. I will say that this movie appears on many top 100 movie lists.
Oh,
Like,
God.
it's a very well-known movie.
Okay.
Jaws.
Very well-known movie. No. Okay, it's shot from the perspective of the main character with him in every scene.
Okay.
Okay? Nothing yet?
The
The main character, shot from the perspective, not like point of view,
Right.
but it's following his,
Okay.
what he knows and
Okay.
what he's exposed to. Okay. This is also written with the main character in mind. Like, the actor had already been picked out, and then they wrote this movie.
Okay.
Okay. The last film the director shot in the U.S. was this movie.
Oh, okay.
It's a big clue, actually.
Is it Francis Ford Coppola?
No.
Oh.
It was the last, not the last film this person
made,
but the last one he shot in America.
Oh.
Okay, so I'm going to let that one sit for about 2 more seconds. Okay, the title of this movie stands for Bad Luck, Failure, and Being Out of Your Depth.
Bad Luck.
That one is a little bit more
Failure.
intuitive. It's not like a direct meaning. It's just, yeah, it's a good trivia thing I found out about the actual name of the title, because the title doesn't have much to do with where they're going, even though I'll give you another hint. The name of the title is a place. It's a place. I'm trying. I kept this so broad so that you guys wouldn't get it. I wanted to get all this out before you guys guessed anything.
I'm excited to find out.
Man.
What
I feel like I'm gonna.
Okay.
We're gonna both be like, oh, we're fucking idiots.
This is a noir detective film.
Okay.
Chinatown.
Okay. Yes.
Oh, it is.
Yes.
All right.
Yes. I guessed that. That was one of the guesses I had for the Blade Runner guess.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
Jack Nicholson, right?
Jack Nicholson, yeah.
And who is the director?
Roman Polanski.
Polanski.
Oh,
I was trying to think
shit.
because he got fucking.
Yeah.
He's a rapist,
Mm.
pedophile.
We're gonna have
really?
to talk about that.
That's gonna be definitely.
that's gonna be a big topic conversation there.
Yeah,
I
that's
don't know
why
much
there
about. I
is
know his
some
name
debate.
is like very
Yeah, I don't
notorious,
know.
and that's why he can't come back to the U.S.
Yes,
but
he filmed shit over there.
Yeah.
I need to know more about.
Well, you make-
We'll
why he was
look into it
accused.
for next
Okay, yeah.
next time.
What else
Yeah.
did he make? Rosemary's Baby.
Yeah.
Also, more trivia. This is the 15th highest grossing film of 1974. It made a lot of money.
lot of movie.
Technically. It made a lot of movie. It made a lot of money, apparently, too. Even
But
though it was
actually,
like,
15th isn't that high if it's that well
But
regarded.
of all the movies that came out that year, normally
What else
like
came
a
out
lot
that
of
year?
a lot of Oscar-worthy movies
Came out that
never
year.
make
70s.
top 100 of like.
I feel like the
grossing.
'70s were very, like a gold. Was that the golden era of the
A lot of
20th
good
century?
art came out of the 70s.
like film? you
Yeah,
know?
people were more invested.
I don't know. I mean,
'70s. There's a lot of
these
good.
days we've got IMAX 3D.
Yeah.
Have you guys even heard of Avatar?
Have you even heard of Michael Bay? Baysplosions.
I'm just saying, music-wise, art-wise, and just movies.
I think that's
in
gonna
general,
be able to-
a lot of good stuff.
That can be
came out
said
the
of
70s.
literally any decade.
Not the 80s and 90s.
Not the '80s and '90s.
Not the 80s and 90s.
Not a single good thing was made during them.
No.
No, but I think I know what you mean. There's like the
Fucking
golden
Roman
era, just because that was, we hadn't gotten into certain things that have become overused these days.
Sure.
Like they hadn't begun yet. So.
Yeah. There really were new themes and new, they were discovering what they could do with film.
I think,
still.
the 70s was probably the end of that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The 80s, with effects and stuff.
I think trope came right out of the 80s. Overdone for audiences, not for the sake of the story.
What's it called? Tentpole movies.
The Running Man.
I said Blade Runner, huh? I meant The Running Man for my guess.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Yeah. Okay. So I think that just about does it for us.
All right.
So next week we will discuss whether or not Roman Polanski was guilty.
That's the whole podcast.
And our views. Everybody go do your research.
Hair Club for movies. Hair Club for movies. Did Roman Polanski do it? Find out next week on the Hair Club.
For movies. I forgot to say that part.
Oh, please follow us on Twitter, Hair Club, 4 movies. And also you can
wherever you're listening to this from, go somewhere else and find it there.
Yeah, and rate and follow us on iTunes.
Yeah. Subscribe.
We'll see you next week.
Yep.
Well, we won't see you, but...